American Pickers Danielle Colby reveals best choice she's ever made. American Pickers star Danielle Colby revealed the best choice she's ever made. She took to Instagram to post a rare photo. Danielle wanted to share a major life update with her 238,000 followers. She shared a photo of her fiancé, Jeremy Schuch. The couple shared another update on social media. They revealed when they're planning to get married. Danielle has been married twice before. Her most recent marriage was to Alexander DeMeyer before their divorce in 2015. She was also married to her first husband, Chad Cushman, in 2012. The couple shares 2 kids, son Miles and daughter Memphis. Danielle Colby shares major life update with rare photo. The American Pickers star used Valentine's Day to share her major life update. She took to Instagram to post a selfie of herself enjoying a drink with her fiancé, Jeremy Schuch. The two posed on the beach together. A shirtless Jeremy showed off his tattoos. Danielle had her arm around his shoulder as she held onto a bottle of wine. She wore a black string bikini. The tatted couple was enjoying the sunset. Jeremy shared the same snapshot on his respective Instagram page. He revealed that they met 7 years ago on Valentine's Day. The couple saw Fleetwood Mac for their first date. In her post, Danielle revealed the best choice she's ever made in her life. She had no idea they were on a date at the time, but she's glad she went. "I didn't know it was a date when I agreed to go, but it was the best choice I ever made." The American Pickers star wore. "I remember telling my niece we were going to see Fleetwood Mac on Valentine's Day, and she said, 'Yeah, that's a date.'" Zach Griffin wrote, "Someday I want to meet your man. Seems like a real dude." Wayne Coyne and Courtney Hanson responded with the red heart emojis. American Pickers fans also took to the comment section to share congrats. Some joked that it sounded like a date. American Pickers star has a confusing dating history. As previously noted, Danielle admitted they met 7 years ago. Their first date took place on Valentine's Day 2015. However, the American Pickers star didn't file for divorce from her second husband until June 2015. She quietly filed for divorce from Alexander at an Illinois court at the time. Their divorce was finalized on December 30, 2015. The reason why her dating history is so confusing is that she wasn't open about her previous relationship. So the dates seem a little skewed. Danielle has since been more open about her current relationship. In December 2020, she announced the news of her engagement to Jeremy, writing, "I did a thing." At the time, the American Pickers cast member said it took her 6 years to make an honest man out of Jeremy. The timeline of their relationship still seems confusing. In 2020, she admitted that she knew him 6 years ago. However, she was still involved with her ex-husband in 2014. What are your thoughts on Danielle's major life update? Are you also confused by her dating history? Danielle Colby, the queen of vintage treasures and one of the most beloved personalities on American Pickers, has always been a beacon of fierce individuality. Known for her vibrant tattoos, eclectic fashion sense, and endless passion for history, Danielle's journey has been anything but conventional. As she stands in her treasure-filled shop, smiling at the camera, she finally reveals what she calls the best choice she's ever made in her life. It's a warm afternoon in LeClaire, Iowa, and Danielle is sitting in the heart of antique archaeology, the store that fans of American Pickers have come to know so well. Surrounded by relics of the past, old neon signs, vintage bicycles, and a jukebox playing a soft tune, Danielle reflects on her journey. Her eyes, sharp and perceptive, glisten with pride as she leans back in her chair, a hand grazing the edge of an old leather-bound book she rescued from an estate sale. "The best choice I ever made," she says, pausing to soak in the moment, "was choosing to embrace my true self no matter how unconventional that looked to other people. It wasn't an easy road for Danielle. Growing up in the Midwest, she often felt out of place, like a wildflower in a garden of perfectly trimmed roses. She had always been drawn to the strange, the curious, and the historical. But those passions weren't exactly encouraged in her small town. Instead of succumbing to societal expectations, though, Danielle chose a path that would allow her to be unapologetically herself, a path that eventually led her to American Pickers and an incredible career. For Danielle, embracing her true self wasn't just about her love for antiques or her distinctive appearance. It was about reclaiming her identity, navigating her role as a mother, an entrepreneur, and a public figure, all while fighting societal norms that often told her to tone it down. "I never wanted to fit into a mold," she explains. "It took me a long time to realize that being different is a strength, not a weakness. There's beauty in everything, even in what the world might consider imperfections." Her love for history and treasure hunting wasn't always apparent to her either. In her early 20s, Danielle pursued a career in burlesque dancing. She was enchanted by the art form's celebration of the female body, empowerment, and freedom of expression. It was through this dance that she began to truly embrace her uniqueness and her passion for preserving the past. Burlesque, like antiques, tells a story. It's a snapshot of another time, another world, and Danielle was captivated by it. I realized that burlesque and picking weren't so different. They both require a deep appreciation for history and craftsmanship, and they both make you feel alive. Danielle's journey to American Pickers came about somewhat serendipitously. She had been friends with Mike Wolfe, one of the show's creators and hosts, for years before the show ever aired. They shared a mutual love for history and a knack for finding beauty in what others deemed junk. When Mike pitched the concept of the show, Danielle was one of the first people he approached. She wasn't a picker in the traditional sense of the time, but Mike knew she had the knowledge, charisma, and eye for the extraordinary that would be perfect for American Pickers. "I wasn't sure at first," Danielle admits, laughing at the memory. "But Mike said to me, 'Danielle, you were born for this.' And in a way, he was right." Joining American Pickers was another defining moment in Danielle's life, one that she considers another of her best choices. She didn't expect the show to become such a massive success, nor did she anticipate the way it would change her life. But as the show grew in popularity, Danielle became a fan favorite. Viewers were drawn to her authenticity, her unwavering confidence, and her ability to bring humor and heart to every episode. "Being on the show gave me a platform to show people that it's okay to be different. It's okay to love things that are old, dusty, and full of history," Danielle says. "It's okay to be you." In addition to her work on American Pickers, Danielle has continued to embrace her creative passions. She runs a burlesque academy and continues to perform, teaching others to love and accept themselves through the art of dance. She also dedicates much of her time to charitable causes, particularly those that focus on women's empowerment and preserving historical artifacts. "Every day, I get to wake up and do what I love. I get to inspire people to follow their own path, no matter how weird or unconventional it might be. That's a gift, and it's one I don't take for granted." Danielle's decision to live authentically hasn't always been easy. She's faced criticism, judgment, and the occasional self-doubt. But through it all, she's remained steadfast in her belief that embracing who you are is the key to true happiness. "There's always going to be someone who doesn't get it," she says, shrugging. "But that's okay. I'm not living my life for them. I'm living it for me." As Danielle wraps up her thoughts, her smile widens, and she leans forward, her fingers lightly tracing the edge of an old, vintage hat on her desk. "If I could give anyone advice, She says thoughtfully, it would be to trust your gut. Follow your passion. Don't be afraid to stand out. Because the best choice you can ever make is to be yourself. For Danielle Colby, that choice, to be fully, unapologetically herself, has led her to a life full of passion, creativity, and purpose. Whether she's scouring a forgotten barn for hidden treasures, twirling on a burlesque stage, or inspiring millions of viewers with her work on American Pickers, Danielle has shown time and again that the best treasures in life aren't the ones you find. They're the ones you make for yourself. And in the end, that's the best choice of all.